I mean, we're both competitors, and there's no ill will. And uh, once we both get punched in the face, like we're gonna be locked in.
Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I am an abundance of and of which you have none of.
Jake Paul is showing clear signs of panic after hearing that none other than Floyd Mayweather has joined Gervonta Tank Davis's training camp. While Jake keeps telling the cameras he's calm and focused on staying positive, his nervous tone and shaky posture say otherwise. The idea of Mayweather personally sharpening Tank's precision, speed, and counterpunch timing has completely changed the mood around this fight. Fans are convinced Jake finally realizes he's not just fighting Davis, he's up against the mind of a boxing genius behind him. What was once hype has now turned into pressure, and that pressure is starting to show on Jake's face every time Tank's name comes up.
The cardio, the conditioning, it's a sprint and a marathon at the same time. But I feel great. So I don't know, after 5 years of doing it, I'm healthier than ever, mentally doing amazing. So I'm just always thinking of the positive. And even in sparring, I've never been knocked down or knocked out or anything. So I've just yet to experience any
Have you ever been knocked out?
No, never. I was meditating once. That's how my nose is crooked. People think my nose is crooked from boxing, but I was meditating once. It's the only time I've ever passed out and I got knocked out. But I like was sitting on this higher chair thing, meditating, breathing in, and I think I had like low blood sugar or something, or it was early in the morning, earlier than I normally woke up, and I just fell forward straight into the concrete, and it broke my nose, and I was like knocked out for like 5-6 seconds.
Inside Gervonta Davis's camp, the energy has completely shifted. Reports confirm that Floyd Mayweather himself has stepped in, guiding Tank through strategy sessions and tactical adjustments. His presence brings an unmatched level of wisdom, patience, and psychological focus. Under Mayweather's mentorship, Tank isn't just training, he's transforming. Every session is about perfecting movement, reading, timing, and mastering ring control. Floyd's message to Davis is simple: discipline wins battles. With Mayweather in his corner, Tank's preparation now carries the confidence and mindset of greatness, and it's making everyone else nervous, including Jake Paul's entire team. Experts analyzing this fight instantly point to one glaring contrast: size and reach. Gervonta Davis has made a career out of dominating lighter divisions, where his explosive punches carry devastating impact against opponents closer to his natural weight. Jake Paul, however, walks in as a cruiserweight with far more mass, height, and wingspan. Critics argue that this difference creates an unnatural and dangerous matchup that no legitimate commission would normally allow. They claim the gap between their builds could turn the contest from competitive to risky. While Tank's skill is unquestioned, even professionals admit power can't completely erase physics. The question now is, can Davis's speed, precision, and ring IQ overcome a man built nearly 2 divisions bigger?
My question is, what's the rules? And like, are they going to actually try and knock each other out? Because it's going to be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's going to have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's going to eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was going to fight Anthony Joshua. That
I
seemed
know that
more,
was actually getting.
That
that
is
sounded
the
more
craziest
interesting.
idea I've ever
Yeah.
heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
So
that.
what is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we
Yes.
don't punch
Yeah.
each other in the jaw?
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not
they
very
can get away with
interesting to
it.
me.
No. Until I find the rule sets, but when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah,
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
He's so small.
So small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather because I've seen Floyd in person and he's tiny. How you've seen Floyd in person?
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Well,
Oh,
Floyd
dude.
likely has shoes on there.
Oh, dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's so small.
Sanin has emerged as one of Gervonta Davis's loudest supporters, and his reasoning hits deep. He believes Tank isn't just fighting Jake Paul. He's fighting for the credibility of boxing itself. Sonnen admitted that while Jake has brought attention and new fans, he's also brought a wave of skepticism about what real competition looks like. To him, Davis represents the heart of the sport's skill, discipline, and authenticity. Sonnen explained that this fight is boxing's way of defending its pride. He wants Tank to send a message so powerful that it reminds the world what elite fighters truly look like. Sonnen doesn't disrespect Jake's hustle, but he insists, this is the moment where hype meets reality, and only one side walks away respected.
Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I have an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes open a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched them weigh in. I want to say it was like...
There's a reason weight classes exist to keep fights safe and balanced. Gervonta Davis has always faced men built similarly to him, quick, technical, and measured. Jake Paul is a completely different challenge, heavier, broader, and stronger by nature. That weight difference doesn't just change the punches. It changes the rhythm, the movement, even the way pressure feels in the ring. Experts warn that even with Tank's elite skill, facing someone who can absorb heavier shots and strike with that kind of physical force demands something extraordinary. Davis's timing and accuracy could level the playing field. But Jake's natural size advantage remains an unavoidable factor. It's not just a battle of styles anymore. It's a test of willpower. against pure physical imbalance.
No way in hell this fight was ever going to happen. And the fact that y'all believed it, I don't know, you're stupid. So Rick Thompson, chairman of the Georgia Athletic Commission, told USA Today Sports that Paul's promotion company withdrew its request for permits and a rule waiver, citing the 65-pound weight difference between the fighters. The Rick Thompson guy straight up said they've been promoting something they should not have been. Come on, guys, like, use your brains. Y'all boxing fans, you understand this. This fight was never going to happen. This is the article from USA Today. It says the status of the proposed fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis under scrutiny because of the weight discrepancy between the two fighters. Rick Thompson is coming out and saying this stuff because he said he believes it's in the public's best interest to know that they've been promoting something they should not have been. Communications director for the Office of the Secretary of State told USA Today Sports the event will not be happening. But funny enough, tickets are still available. You could still purchase them online. And the fight is still listed on the State Farm Arena event.
Throughout his career, Gervonta Tank Davis has built his reputation around legacy, not spectacle. That's why many lifelong boxing fans are scratching their heads, wondering why a fighter of his caliber would share the ring with a YouTuber-turned-boxer still finding his rhythm. To them, this matchup feels like a distraction, a detour from the true path of greatness. They wanted to see Tank face world-class names like Shocker Stevenson or Devin Haney, not chase viral fame. Some even fear that Tank's involvement gives influencer boxing more credibility than it deserves. Yet, others believe this fight could serve a different purpose, to remind the world that real boxing still reigns supreme, no matter how loud social media gets. Whether it's about legacy or lesson, Davis knows every punch he throws in this fight carries more than power, it carries the pride of the sport itself.
Is not the problem with boxing. Tank Davis is. Jake Paul's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's a Disney Channel kid, YouTube star turned boxer. Of course, he's going to make these stupid spectacle matchups. He doesn't care about his career, his legacy, or the sport. Meanwhile, we have Tank Davis, the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner, who has real talent. And if he was actually consistent in the ring and was willing to get in with some of the best fighters in the world, he could be top 3 pound for pound best fighters in the sport. But instead, Tank just wants to hold up his division for 5 years and make a mockery of the sport, especially with this fight. I know Tank Davis multiple times has said he only cares about the money and just wants to make $100 million and go retire off an island somewhere. But that's bad for the sport, especially coming from one of our sport's biggest superstars. Look at guys like Naoya Inoue, Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford. Those guys are real fighters, okay? They challenge themselves against the best fighters in the world. And money comes their way too from it. Don't get it twisted. What's crazy is Tank would make just as much money if he fought Shakur, Devin Haney, even Teofimo Lopez. The biggest tragedy of all is the fact that Lamont Roach isn't getting his rematch. He got robbed in that fight with a knockdown. He definitely would have won the split decision, and he would have got his Buster Douglas moment. But he didn't, and now he can't even get a rematch because Tank is going to do this. And now Lamont Roach has to fight Pitbull Cruz instead. I used to be such a big Tank Davis fan, but over the last year and a half that I've had this channel, the amount of BS that I've had to report on Tank Davis just like this completely turned me off as a fan of Tank Davis. Jake Paul can do his thing with the influencers, with the MMA fighters, but with boxers, stop.